Back on SportsBit. Follow us on Twitter. I'm at Real SportsBit. He's at Teddy_Covers. Thanks to Intertop Sportsbook. 22 years online. Sign up, deposit, and win. Here we go. We're seeing some sevens out there. Villanova 6.5, 7, 145 the total national title game. Michigan has played well once in the whole tournament. Once, and shot the ball well once. That was a 99-point game against A&M. They do have a top 5 defense, and against the freight train Villanova up 22-4 against Kansas. They hit 13 threes in the first half. They've been lights out in every game but one. They've won every game by double digits. And they went 4 of 24 from 3 and still beat Texas Tech by double digits. 6 guys in double figures. The second best offense in the last 10 years, only behind Wisconsin. With these advanced metrics our stat guy gives us, can Michigan slow down this juggernaut?
Well, you say that Michigan has only played one good game in the tournament. And offensively, you're correct. They have really not played well on the offensive end of the court. But if you watch that rally against Loyola Chicago on Saturday, that was all about the Wolverines playing really well on the defensive end of the court. They were dominant defensively. They were dominant defensively against Florida State. We are talking about the number 3 defense in all of college basketball this season. But when we talk about the key storylines for this game, how's this game going to play out? Real simple. You have the number 2 offense of the last 10 years against the number 3 defense. No, not the last 10 years, but this season. Good offense versus good defense. So what can Michigan do to get in the face of those Loyola defenders? Number 1, well, I mean, they forced turnovers on 25% of Loyola's possessions, of those Nova's defenders, I should say. But they forced turnovers on a quarter of Loyola possessions. Villy's not going to turn it over. You know, just 15% of their possessions in turnovers this season, 14% versus Kansas. So Michigan, without creating the turnovers, not likely to do so. They got to get stops on the perimeter. And that, to me, has a lot to do with how well Simpson is going to be able to put ball pressure on Jalen Brunson and company.
We'll also see if they want to get Villanova, make them earn it down low in the paint, because you have you kick it out, and these guys are wide open. They're going to knock those threes down. So much to deal with. Pascal was 10 of 11 in the win against Kansas. Spellman's knocking down threes. This team can do it all with all these guys are well balanced and 6 guys in double figures. The other thing, this is the first time ever that a team's in the title game and then you have to play at least a top 5 seed. So things have really worked out for Michigan. They get the miracle win against Houston, and then the bracket is completely opened up for them. And I thought Beeline did a bad job in the first half. They were killing them down low, but they insisted on taking a lot of jumpers and 3-pointers. But the key to this team will be Wagner as well, who could win the most outstanding player. In offshore, he was 45-1 to win that award, and he was a beast. Something only Hakeem and Larry Bird have done with that, 24 and 15, whatever he had against Loyola.
Well, I mean, and you talk about Michigan certainly from the offensive end. Nova draining shots in every game in this tournament. Obviously, they've won every game by a dozen points or more. They've covered every point spread. There is a significant Villanova betting bandwagon right now because the wise guys love the statistical profile, and the public loves the fact that they've won every game and covered every point spread, and they're shooting lights out. And they're going on every game. Nova's going on a 15-2 run, an 18-4 run. Where just all of a sudden the 3-pointers start coming in bunches, and you blink, you're down 5. Next thing you know, you're down 20. And that's what Nova does. They've been doing it effectively that way all year. Michigan is vulnerable to that type of a run out. At the same time, Michigan isn't going to give up a type of open. Look at the picture right there. Look at Nova shooting a wide open 3. You know, Michigan is not going to give up the type of looks that Kansas gave up against Villanova. Will that be enough? We'll have to see. But I do not expect Nova to get the wide open shots that they've had at various times during this tournament, not against a Michigan defense that is very effective guarding the perimeter, even with teams that hang 4 guys around the perimeter with just the 1 low post option.
This team's the real deal. And they're the only team I trusted going back to November, 35-4. And remember, one of those losses at Butler when they were 15-22 from 3, 2 other losses when they had Booth and Pascal, who were banged up and out of the lineup. So this team, I'll tell you, you're paying a tax, though. I agree with you there. You're paying a tax. It's up to 7. Number 2, Phillies and the Mets, lively against Harvey. Mets, go ahead.
Yeah, there's one last thing with Michigan and Villanova, because there's two main points we got to make. One is, can Michigan hang with Villanova on the defensive end? The second is, can Michigan make any freaking shots in the tournament? 38 of 120 on 3-pointers. That's close to 32%, but they had 14 of 24 against Texas A&M, and they've shot just 25% from 3-point range in all their other games. Certainly the Alamodome didn't bode well for them early in the contest against Loyola, but it looked like they found their shooting touch late. If Michigan's going to cover and or win tonight, they're going to have to be draining shots from downtown. That hasn't been easy for them to do so far in this tournament. Like the show? Help us keep the lights on. Please make sure to comment, share, and subscribe to all the Sportsbook Review videos. Thanks so much. Best of luck. Enjoy the game.